All right, people, it's time to go live once again with the final end of day PulseWave report for the week ending September the 22nd, 2022. Today is Thursday, September 22nd. It is pre-market and it is what to expect for Take Back Friday tomorrow. All right, so the pulse waves have been updated. Dashboard has been updated. You can go ahead and refresh your browser and you can see all the juicy details that are awaiting. Also, for our PulseWave members, we are having a special webinar tomorrow only for PulseWave members, only for PulseWavers. You don't want to miss it. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, once-in-a-lifetime thing, and then it's gone forever. So you don't want to miss that tomorrow. So if you go check your emails, you should have received information about that. If not, you can go to the website, pulsewavetrading.com, and there should be a members login there and some other stuff. Or you can check in the trading room if you are having trouble finding the details. All right, so we have a few charts that we're going to look at and get an idea on what we can expect in the markets tomorrow. Yeah, it should be quite interesting. All right, so let's start off with our proxy for the U.S. stock market, the euro yen. Let's start there. All right, now we're going to be looking at weekly charts because we're trying to figure out what we could expect going into next week. So far, all things being equal, the euro yen is setting itself up for more downside going into next week. A lot more downside to come. I know. Now, it should be noted that you've been in the box on the weekly chart. All right. You're in a bull market, but you're in the devil's bubble, which means that sharp downward momentum and movement could come without warning. And it looks like we're starting to get the signs of that right now. Could the ultimate correction be coming? Could this be a topping out process? Could the bear market be upon us? That's exactly what it is looking like, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to watch and see for what happens tomorrow, but it is looking like we could be seeing some fireworks coming here soon. All right. Oh, okay. Who was the guy I was with this morning? You talking about Frank, my business partner, and the other half of PulseWave Trading? Yep, Frank. That's who you're referring to. Yeah, man. He handles all the technical stuff behind the scenes. Without him, this would not all be possible. Frank is the man. All right, so it looks like we could be headed for some fireworks, and it looks like the claws of the bear could be coming. This is a major sell signal here. We'll see if we get some confirmation going into next week, but it's looking like the euro yen is topped out after hitting fresh 52-week highs. We will definitely be taking a note of that. Definitely. Now, as far as the dollar is concerned, no end in sight. New 52-week highs have been hit. You are well into the devil's box in this bull market. So correction could come without warning, and it could be fast and furious and very sharp. All right, so you're saying we're having a Shemitah on Monday. All right. Well, we're going to see what happens. It's possible. As of right now, though, it's open season. It looks like continuation going into next week, like the US dollar is poised to hit another 52-week high next week. So this is crazy. Oh, man. No, you didn't. He said, I will give you a $10 super chat if you call him Frankie. All right, Frankie it is. Everybody give it up for Frankie. I like that. All right, so yeah, guys, the dollar has no end in sight. But what about crude oil? You know, well, here's what's going on in crude oil. Crude oil right now is also in the bubble. And as you can see here, it is already in the correction zone. We started back here, and the market has been in a correction ever since. And now we're in free fall with prices finally dropping below the Kumo cloud. So this could just be the beginning. I know it's weird when you have to say this stuff out loud, but technically speaking, the market is still in the box, still in the bubble box, still in a bull market on the weekly chart, which means we haven't seen any downside yet. All right, a huge crash in crude oil prices could be on the horizon. So we have to definitely keep our eyes and ears open and watch for this, because again, these situations like to come without warning. So continuation downside to going into next week, depending on how the market settles tomorrow. That's what we're looking like. What about the S&P 500? I'm glad you asked. So far, it looks like this market is poised to collapse going into next week. Looks like the S&P is in jeopardy of going into free fall on the weekly chart. Ladies and gentlemen, you are below the Kumo cloud, and looks like this thing is ready to rock. And you have been in the box. You've been in the bubble. All right. You've been in the devil's bubble in the crude oil and in the S&P 500. This could be spelling disaster. Ladies and gentlemen, disaster. Disaster. All right. Next up. I know it's looking bearish going into next week. I know. Here's the next one. Everyone wants to know about gold. What about gold? Well, unfortunately, gold is also in the devil's box in this bull market. Ladies and gentlemen, is this the correction or the beginning thereof that will take this market down? The bears have it going on right now. They got this market on lock, and it looks like this market could be hitting and getting ready to hit new 52-week lows. It looks like the markets are ready to fall apart going into next week, ladies and gentlemen. Unless something spectacular happens tomorrow, it looks like gold is about to just collapse up in here. I don't know. It's looking a little scary right now. I would like to say it ain't so, but I can't even do that. I can't say that that's not true. I can't say it's wrong. It's just ain't looking right. Nothing bullish on this weekly chart, man. This is looking scary right now. Somebody need to help these markets. What about the Nasdaq 100 going into next week? Once again, you're in the box here too. A lot of these markets are in the devil's triangle, in the devil's box. And that's not a good thing. That means that the bull market has gone on beyond its lifespan. It has been artificially stretched out, and it is now causing problems and ripple effects in the market. This is how you get your flash crashes, ladies and gentlemen. This is how. All right. This is how it happens. It's not a good thing. It is never a good thing. All right. I don't know how else to put that. It's just not good. So looks like the market is poised to fall down going into next week again, unless something drastically happens tomorrow. The Dow Jones is super set to go down. It's below the Kumo cloud, and it's in a free fall status with the bears in control of the market going into next week. I wish it wasn't so. I'm trying to find something here, so bear with me. I'm looking for something here. See if I can find it. Just bear with me. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. I hope you can see this. Let me see if I can move the chart over a little bit here. Okay. This is a weekly chart that you're looking at. Okay. And this is the Dow Jones Futures contract. All right. That's what we're on right now. We're on the Dow Jones Futures. That's what we're looking at. Okay. Now, coming into this, you can see where the market was in a bear market, right? You can see that it started going into the week with the bears in control of the market. So the week ending April the 30th of 2010, the market already started selling off and gave a crash alert. The following week ending May the 7th of 2010, well, that's a Friday. Thursday, May the 6th of 2010, was the flash crash where the Dow fell 1,000 points. That's this bar you're looking at. All right. This is when I mean things come and happen without warning, but the system is not taken aback. The system warned that the crash was coming, and then we got it. We got it right here. All right. In 1 week, the market fell apart, recovered the following day, only to come down and test and take out the lows from the week prior. Again, when you are in the box like this, it is not uncommon for situations like this to take effect. All right. It is not uncommon. Not at all. And that's what we warn about. I warn you about these things when they happen so that you won't be, taken aback by it. You won't be like, oh my goodness, what happened? How did that happen? Why did that happen? You're not blown away by it. So I try to keep that in the forefront of your mind, just so you can be kept abreast and aware of what's happening. Now, I need to look at one other thing because I want to point this out to you. I want you to be able to see what I'm seeing. So I'm going to keep the chart there just for a second. And I want to verify something with you because I believe that this event could be setting itself up to happen again. Now, we're already headed down. Stock market's already in a correction. So far, the Dow Jones has fallen 6,800 points off of its yearly high. 6,800 points. One more time. 6,800 points. The Dow has fallen 6,800 points. I know it doesn't feel like it. I know it even sounds weird to say that. 6,800 points. That is how far the market has fallen. And it's weird when you think about it. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't really feel real. Like that really hasn't happened. But yes, the Dow has already collapsed 6,000 points. We were just shy of a 30. I know it's easy to forget, when these markets move, because so much is happening during that time frame. But a lot has happened since then. All right, and when these situations arrive, that's your first red flag that something is wrong when you get into the box. All right. So now we have a situation where the markets have come off of that and poised to deepen this bear market that the market finds itself in. All right. Now, it should be noted that that's the same 2010 time frame that the market also was coming off of being in the bullish box. All right. The devil's box in the bull market. Let me just see. How far did we go back? Okay, so we entered. So the market was in the box for a while leading up to that point. Yeah, man, going way back to 2004. So right after the right after the 9/11 situation, the markets put themselves in a perpetual bull market. And this, continued until 2010 when that flash crash happened. The market was already in that condition. So I'm just double checking my figures now. Yes, yep, we were already there. So the market was in the box and it already started declining on, we'll make that October the 22nd of 2008. That's when the Dow officially topped out. All right. And that was when the Dow was still, playing with the 14,000 level. So the market continued, to pop, and then it declined, and then it rallied itself up again. All right, it reinflated itself, and it kept inflating until May the 6th of 2010, and that's when that flash crash happened. So yeah, I just wanted to verify that the market was in the box at that time, and it was. The market was in the box at that time when this happened, when this occurred. All right, and so now here we are again, market coming off of the high point, and the market is already starting to, let the air out. So let's do it like this. So you can see here, market tops out right when we get the signal, the week ending January the 14th of 2022. So since January, we have been in decline. It just hasn't really felt like it. But the market has been in decline on the weekly chart since January. All right. Lower highs, lower lows. All right. Now we're ready to really jump into gear. The market was supposed to rally from here and continue, but because of the actions / inactions of the Fed, it is now causing the market to move down ahead of schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a possible, I don't even know how to say this, so I'm just going to say it. We're looking at a possible 20,000 point drop potential in the Dow Jones. All right. 20,000 point drop in the Dow. Now you're probably thinking, man, this dude is insane. He don't know what he's talking about. Is that so? Have you forgotten that the Dow, the stock market, has received nonstop stimulus since Dow 12,000? All right. So we have over 20,000 Dow points of money printing inflated into the price of the Dow. This 30,000 Dow is really supposed to be a 12,000 Dow. But because of all the money printing, because of all of the financial shenanigans, and because of the debt, and because of inflation and interest rates now, because of all this perfect gumbo soup of chaos, this is what we have built for ourselves. We have sowed to the wind, and now we are about to reap the whirlwind in these markets. Get ready for the potential of a 20,000 point collapse in the Dow. Now, those that are not believing and listening to what I am saying, keep in mind we've already fallen 6,800 points off the high. Here we were here when you got the crash alert warning. All right. And now here you are. Okay. Since the crash alert warning, you've already dropped over 5,000 points. Just since the last crash alert week ending in January the 14th, the Dow has lost 5,000 points. 5,000 points have come off since the crash alert, the initial crash alert. Since the secondary crash alert that was given the week ending August the 26th, the Dow has lost another 3,000 points. You can't make this stuff up, folks. That's what that's the power of the pulse waves. So it's not looking really good. I wanna find some nice things to say. It's just hard to find that topic right now. All right, here's silver. Maybe silver can help us out a little bit. All right, we got the color coded going on here. So we're in the consolidation in the silver. On the weekly, though, it's the silver is a ray of hope. We had this rally alert letting us know that the low print had been put in, temporary low, and the market rallied, and now it's kind of like in a holding pattern. So right now, going into next week, silver's looking like the bright spot, like it wants to rally. The bottom of the cumulative cloud around the $24 to $25 handle is the initial target here. So we're looking at a possible $5 run from where we are today in silver to look forward to. All right, starting next week, depending on how the market closes and what it does tomorrow. All right, this is assuming that we stay right where we are right now. All right, that can change, but just going into next week, this is what it's looking like. This is what it's looking like. All right. Next, I want to take a look at bonds. All right, here's your bonds. TLT is the ticker. Unfortunately, all you have here is new 52-week lows that you're doing here so far this week. If this is where the market's gonna close at tomorrow, then we're looking at even more lows coming in next week. Like the sell-off is just starting. I think you're definitely going to be falling below $100 a share on TLT. I know it's not good news. I'm looking for some good news. How about ticker UUP? This is the tradable for the US dollar. Nope, wide open, wider. The US dollar just hit a new 52-week high this week and looking to continue this going into next week unless something happens tomorrow. But right now, all systems are go. So far going into next week. I mean, this is just craziness, you know? All right. What about, I know some of you probably who've been with me for a long time, like, okay, what about the equities? You always say equities are better priced than the futures. You're right. Even though they're a derivative of the futures, you're right. Here's GLD. Identical to the gold futures chart. The nod is going to the bears going into next week unless something weird happens tomorrow, but you just hit a new week low today. It looks very bleak. I know, man. I had to tell you what I was seeing, man. I had to tell you what I was seeing. I had to tell you what I was seeing. I had to tell you what I was seeing. You say okay, I'm not familiar with that offhand. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. Let me guess. Is that a stock on the ASX or something? Is that what that is? Let me see. Let me see. See what I can do for you. Okay. Let's see. AVCT. Okay, Activa Group. No, American Virtual Cloud Technologies on the Nasdaq. All right, let's see. All right, let's see what we got. All right, PulseWave is booting up now. Let's see what we got. All right. See, this one doesn't have that much data, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it do what it do. All right, so on this one, all right, this one is kind of flatlined. I do see so far you are creating a rally alert going into next week, though. Looks like $1.50 is your initial upside target if depending on how this thing closes tomorrow. But that it looks like you're getting a rally alert for going into next week. The last rally alert, you got no upside production whatsoever. The market did not move. So the conditions were not met for you to get triggered long on that one. Then the short came in and gave you downside production, and then you just flatlined from there. And now you're getting flip-flop. But you got a crash alert here, no follow through. Now it's looking to reverse and get long. Consolidating here at this low point. Looks like extremely low volatility after all this incredible action back here. Yeah, it looks like the market is trying to base and bottom, and wants to get back to the bottom of the Kumo cloud. So we'll see. But it depends on how the market closes tomorrow, but it's looking like it wants to rally. But we will see. All right, the next one you got is ATXI. All right, let's see. And then we will call it a day. All right. Let's see here. All right. So this one here is looking like the one we just looked at. Same identical situation going on here, except for this one is a little bit closer to the Kumo cloud. Your Kumo cloud here is at a buck even. The last chart was $1.50. And instead of a rally alert, you got a crash alert on this one. So this one looks like it wants to head lower. A lot of flatlining going on right here. Not a lot of activity. But yeah, this one looks like it wants to fall. I mean, for the week so far, you got 45,239,872 shares exchanging hands. So that's pretty decent volume. But look how flatlined this thing is. Good grief. If anything, it looks like it's going to try to base out. So yeah, I would just definitely watch this one. If you are a PulseWaver, I can add these two here for you. And if you're a PulseWaver, it will be this should show up on the next U.S. equities report. So I'll add both of these for those that are members and want to follow along and want to wait until the system gives you a buy signal. So that's what I will do for you. I'll hook this up. I'll put it on the report. So this should go out Sunday. So this will go out Sunday for next week. This will go out on those. So if you are a subscriber, then this will be on the dashboard under the U.S. equities tab. So you'll see it there. So you can wait for the next buy signal and do what you do. All right, we've got two more charts left, and then we're gonna call it a day. All right, there you go, Loco. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a minute, man. You must have been traveling or something. You normally come in here. I haven't seen you in a minute. All right, yeah, I got your back. This is one of our faithful Aussies in the land down under. I got you, my brother. I got you covered. Okay, AZI. You came just in time too, because I was about to wrap it up. All right, this is Ultimate. I don't think I pulled this one up for you before. I don't remember. I don't remember this particular one. Let's see what we got going on. All right, so on this one, okay, this one, as you can see here, is in the Kumo cloud and it's consolidating. So this one's in a very powerful sideways condition right now. And this is on a weekly chart. These weekly charts are looking like daily charts on some of these. The bears are definitely in control of this one right now. Got some flip-flopping inside of the cloud. It's a pretty decent sized cloud. We'll round it off and say $1 on the top and 70 cents on the bottom. So you're looking at a 30-cent width here. I think it's going to probably continue to move sideways like it is now. It's kind of like dead center mass. You were hanging out toward the higher ends of the range. Now it's coming out here to like test the bottom end, but it's kind of like smack dab in the middle. Let me just verify for you that I do have this in this system. I'm almost certain that I do. But let me just look that up for you, my man. Give me just a second. Because I think it's in there. Let's see. AZI. Let's see. I think it's been a while since I added something for you in this one. Okay, we do have it. It is in the system already. Okay, so that one is in the system. All right. Then your next one is S32. Okay, yeah, I remember S32. That's one of your favorites. All right, let's see. S32. All right, ASX. And what do we got? Been a while since we looked at this one. I can see it ran up pretty nice. And it's been coming off since. So it looks like you topped out the week ending March the 11th of this year. And since then, you've been getting crash alerts. And okay, you had a little rally alert right here off the lows. Rallied a bit for you, got up to almost $4.50 a share. And now since it's coming down. Okay, so right now, the position that this is in, the bears have it. And it's looking like it wants to possibly sell off going into next week. So Friday's close is going to be important. And this is what it's looking like. Actually, you're a day ahead, so this is already your Friday. It's looking like this one is definitely setting itself up to fall further going into next week. Yeah, man. So this one doesn't look like it's ready to go yet. So just watch the dashboard, man, and wait for your entries. What you're looking for on the dashboard, you're looking for the actual buy signals. You're looking for your trip sevens, quad sevens. That's what you want. You're looking for your sevens, man. You're looking for your sevens. Once you see your sevens, you can feel comfortable going in and nibbling. But I wouldn't do it unless I see that. All right. So you want to wait for your buy signals like you got back here. See, this was a buy, this one was a buy, this one was a buy, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. This one, but you didn't get. Oh no, this is a sell signal. But here, you had some buys. You had several buys on the way up. So far, you've only had. Okay, here's a secondary. You had a little one here. You had this run up here. Then you had this here. The market flip flop. So yeah, if you're long now, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. So the triggers got. Okay, so XRP got triggered. Okay. All right, let me see here. Yeah, Ripple's been an interesting one. I've been watching that too. Let's see here. Been watching that one. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. I think. Let's see. Yep. We just hit a new weekly high in the XRP Ripple. Bottom of the Kumo cloud is the target. Looks like this one's going to try to get to 60 or 70 cents. It's been flatlined for quite a while. And again, these are weekly charts. You would expect a lot more breadth to these bars, but they're just flatline bars. Market just doesn't have any conviction either way, but it's looking like the nods going to the bulls going into next week and definitely going into the weekend on the XRP Ripple. So yeah, way to go. Ride those waves, man. All right, last but not least, let's take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then we will call it. And everyone hopefully will have a great weekend. And don't miss tomorrow's webinar for our PulseWave family. All right, so here is Bitcoin. And of course, I like to use the futures. As you can see here, it's been consolidating. The consolidation bar is this one from the weekend in June the 17th. The price action has pretty roughly stayed in this zone. So far, going into next week, it's looking like the bears are going to keep this thing sideways to slightly lower going into next week in the Bitcoin. Until further notice, that's what we got going on there. And then last but not least, here is the Ethereum Futures. And as you can see here, it's also tightly consolidated. Same consolidation bar ending the week of June 17, 2022. Price action has been staying within this range. And again, the bears have the slight edge going into next week, looking for more sideways to slightly lower prices. Yes, the webinar will be recorded. I know a lot of our members have jobs and stuff or whatever. So it will be recorded, though. It would definitely be recorded. I know some of our post waivers are in different time zones. Some of you are ahead of us. Some of you are behind us. So we got you covered. We're going to be recording it. All right, that's all I got, man. So remember, smash that like button. And if you have not already done so, you definitely need to go to pulsewavetrading.com. You definitely need to take the 14-day challenge. We'll teach you everything you need to know. See how much money you can make during that 14-day period. Free trial, no money required. We'll give you the pulse waves for free, let you make money with us to prove to you just how simple and easy it is. And with that being said, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.